identified.
What is up, guys? This is going to be a live commentary, and in this commentary, as you can see by the title, I'm going to talk about raging and stress. So if you guys watch my stream, or if you play with me often, you'll know that I play in the living room, and so every now and then my mom or my sister will walk by, and you can hear them talking or whatever. But so I was playing Money 8s a couple weeks ago, and I was raging, and my mom walked by, and she took my headset off, and she stopped me, and she said, "Well, why are you yelling?" And I was yelling at a teammate who wasn't doing that great, and I was getting really upset that they weren't doing well. Ooh, this looks like a fun gun. But so she goes, "Why are you yelling?" And I said, "Because my teammates suck." And she said, "Well, they're not trying to suck. They're not trying to do bad, and they don't want to do bad. So stop yelling at them, because they're not trying to affect you by doing bad." And those words really affected me, and I stopped and I thought about it for a while, and I thought about raging every single time I've raged, and I'm like, well, I mean, God, I'm an asshole for raging for no reason. I mean, obviously, if bullshit happens because of connection or just the game is broken or some random shit, I mean, it's understandable for you to rage every now and then. But I rage a lot. If you guys watch my stream again, like I said, I rage a decent amount. And, that's all that is just unnecessary. I shouldn't be raging, especially not at my teammates, who I'm trying to, who I need to help. They need to help me. So, I mean, if raging at them is not going to help anything, making them feel worse about themselves is not going to, promote anything in a good way. So those words really, affected me, and I really thought about it for a long time, about raging and stress. And I thought about, all the times I've raged at people. And, I really want to try to change that, because that's just not a good lifestyle. I mean, not necessarily a lifestyle, but that's just not a good way to continue. So I mean, I want to keep down my raging to a minimum, and obviously that's not something that can happen overnight, because it's something that needs to grow. I need to constantly think about it. I need to constantly constantly keep control, and try not to rage. And so when I see excuse me, when I see other people, saying when I'm raging, dude, just shut up and just play the game. Stop raging. I understand now what those people are saying. I mean, they're a higher person at that moment than I am. They're more in touch than I am. So it's really ignorant for me to yell at someone for doing badly. And I started thinking about that. I started thinking about all the people that I've yelled at, and I was like, well, I mean, it just makes me an asshole. I mean, obviously, if you see Fizzer and all these other people rage, it's understandable at some times. Other times, I mean, the bullshit does happen, but it's just unnecessary for them to rage, because raging just promotes more stress, and stress is just going to promote more raging, so it's just it's a bad cycle. So I really am trying to keep that under control. I want you guys to tell me what your input is on those words and raging in general. How do you guys feel about that? And just let me know, because after that, I really am trying to suppress. Ooh, I picked up a suppressor gun. I'm really trying to suppress my raging and try to keep that to a minimum, because it's just not a good way to live, and I don't want to continue playing games or continue in the community while hurting the community by raging, because that's just not. It's just not helpful to anyone. And just if you watch my video on the communities, I talked about League of Legends community and World of Warcraft and StarCraft and Halo community and all those other communities. There's so much, or they were, I guess, for Halo, but they're so much more big and respectful than us, than our community, because of things like raging. Raging it doesn't help.
UAV.
So I mean, all those things, all those communities are much more big, or they're bigger because of their growth that grew off respect and the love of the game. And raging just doesn't help. It doesn't help promote the love of the game. So I'm really gonna try to suppress my rage. If you're in my stream and you see me raging, let me know, and I'll definitely try to stop. So like I said before, I want to know what your guys input is on those words and on raging in general. Yeah, definitely let me know. So I want to talk about Control Freaks. I want to talk about my Control Freak giveaway. I really do love my Control Freak. I think my Control Freak is basically helps me out a lot, because the fact that Control Freaks make the aim more smooth. Now, if you guys never had a Control Freak, you won't understand what I'm saying. But for those of you that have had a Control Freak, you do understand. It makes the analog stick more sensitive, in a way that might not make sense, because how can you make the analog stick more sensitive? But it makes the aim smoother. So like it glides easier. Like if I didn't have a Control Freak, the aim is more jagged. So excuse me for stuttering or whatever, but the aim is more jagged. So with the Control Freak, it's more smooth, and that's just really one of the reasons why I can play on such a high sensitivity. For those of you that don't know, I play on 8, and so that can be really odd for some people. I love 8. I think that my Control Freak definitely helps me play on 8 because just what it does. So if you want to be a part of my Control Freak giveaway, subscribe and follow me on Twitter. I'll have my Twitter in the description, and follow me on Twitter. I will post a tweet out saying follow me and retweet this tweet for a chance to win, and it will be retweet based. I'll be a random retweeter off Twitter Draw, and I have 3 different options of Control Freaks. I have a pink one, I have the normal white classic one, and then I have a black one that's in the classic version as well. They're all the classics, the tall one, but they're in 3 different colors. So you can choose. The first one I'm going to do a choose, and the next 2 they'll be in order. But so like I said, so for this upcoming Control Freak giveaway, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and so you can keep up to date with all those with all that information. So thank you for watching. If you do like this video, please like and subscribe. It definitely helps me out. And peace out, guys.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.